Welcome back to 21 Days to Fred. I'm Walt Keller, and today's episode is The Power of Routines. If there's one thing that Fred Rogers taught us on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, it was routine. And, of course, we've had some fun on the last 4 days getting to know Mr. Rogers, and some of the great comments, like this one on Instagram. Trastinator number 2 says, I remember him taking off his jacket and dress shoes. Then him putting on comfortable options, taking care of pets and chores around the house. I remember the trolley. Who could forget the trolley, right? Sherry Adams, DTLA, says, I remember even as a kid, it was too simple. I appreciate it more now after watching that movie. And I think that's the case for a lot of people. The documentary that came out last year sort of revived Fred Rogers in our mind and reminded us that as adults, we can appreciate the simplicity of kindness and Mr. Rogers' message. On Facebook, Patricia Ann Martin says, love the episodes. Thank you. And Jennifer Missy Kapayu says, I just watched your episodes on YouTube. They are great. Thank you, Jennifer. Denise Kennedy says, this comparison never would have happened had you not cut your hair. Well, as we found out in day 1, haircuts happen. Kendra Fleischman, I loved his documentary shorts on such things as how they make crayons, etc. I was fascinated with the little trolley that transported us to the kingdom of make-believe. Pretty sure I'm still there, she says. Well, Fred Rogers did have such a great and wonderful world for us to visit and enjoy, and his habits and his routines were a very big part of that. I'd tell you about them, but it's just as well to show you about them. Well, here we are at the pool. Why are we at the pool? Easy, it was one of Fred Rogers' favorite places in his personal life. You didn't necessarily see it on the show, but in real life, Fred Rogers apparently would get up at 5 a.m. every day and have a couple of hours of quiet time to start off his day in the right kind of frame of mind. And then he would head off to the pool where he would swim. And that's how he was able to stay in shape and maintain a weight of 143 pounds throughout his whole life. 1, 4, 3. I actually don't swim very much, so... Not bad. Well, I'm really not much of a swimmer, certainly not anything compared to Fred Rogers, who swam every day. But I tend to be a little bit more of a runner, and I feel like maybe running can bring me that same kind of inner calm that maybe swimming did for Fred Rogers. And I wanted to invite you along on a run. Well, I hope you enjoyed that run along the beach. I know I did. Habits and routine. Maybe the most important thing that we could learn from Fred Rogers. It reminds me of a saying that I got from a book by Og Mandino, where he talked about habits, how important habits are to them, and how we as humans are really creatures of habit. We can't help it. So why not make them good habits? I suppose that would be the message for today's episode. Now, I'm curious about your own habits. Are there things that you do in your life that give you stability, that give you inner calm and peace, and help you get through the day? Please let me know what they are here on YouTube, or send me a note on Instagram at Walt Keller, or hit me up on Facebook. And get ready for day 6. We've got some special surprises in store for you. Thanks for joining us on 21 Days to Fred.